Hey everybody, my name is Kylie.
Hi, I'm B.
And I'm FlawlessMistake, and welcome to the No Budget Randomonium podcast. On this week's podcast, we have Phobias.
A whole bunch of
Some
them.
weird, some common, our personal phobias, maybe some movies or subjects or whatever that brought on our phobias.
Who wants to go first?
I mean, I've already got my list here set up for me. I wrote them out last night. I've only got four phobias that I know of.
I'm going to play off B. I have one that I want to talk about that is my personal fear. But I'm just going to kind of bounce off of y'all.
Okay. I'm going to look up the definition of each one to actually give you what it actually means if you guys don't know. So my first one, and it's probably my biggest one, and it kind of corresponds with the second one that I have, is thalassophobia.
Oh my god, that's what I was going to talk about.
Yeah, I was just going to say that.
Okay. That's awesome that you guys also, well, is it awesome that you guys are also afraid of this? But okay, so the definition is the persistent and intense fear of deep bodies of water, such as the ocean, seas, or lakes. Apparently, it says it should not be confused with aquaphobia, which is classified as the fear of water itself. I don't have that. I'm fine with water. So if I can't really see in the water, I'm not getting in.
Wait, hold on. So someone who has, you said aquaphobia?
Yeah, aquaphobia is just the fear of water.
Wait, so how do
they stay hydrated?
Yeah, I was gonna say, how would that person be alive?
Okay, that is funny that you say that because I have a list of very weird phobias that I can go through later.
Okay.
But, yeah, so thalassophobia is probably the biggest one for me.
Yeah.
I don't really have a reason why. I've never seen Jaws, so it's not that. I know for sure I will never take a cruise ever, or a ship or a boat anywhere. Have you guys ever went swimming in like a creek or like a lake or something, and your foot touches something in the touches something in the water, or it's like tree roots or something, or grass, and it just freaks you out?
Yeah, fuck no.
Yeah, I can't do that. I think that might be what caused my thalassophobia.
Mine is because I have OCD. So with my OCD, it's really, texture is a big thing for me.
Yes.
So like you said, with something touching your foot or something, that absolutely drives me up a wall. It freaks me out more than anything. But basically my fear, it's truly not because I can't see the bottom. It is, I have no desire in the world to step foot into a fish's home. All right? Because I go down deep rabbit holes of conspiracy theories of like how aliens live in the ocean and all these crazy sea monsters, and it's like there is stuff that is microscopic living in that water that could enter you and kill you. Like, I have no fucking desire. I went to Hawaii and I did not get in the ocean once.
Interesting.
Don't blame you.
Yeah, I refuse. It is such a, I won't get on a boat. Like, I'll get on a boat, but I wouldn't go on a cruise. I wouldn't do anything like that because I'm not the best swimmer. I'm fucking lanky and huge.
Are you a doggy paddle person?
I can backstroke or like swim on my back. I don't know what it's called, but I can do that. But it's just hard for me to, I guess, keep myself from going upright.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm stupid. But yeah, I hate that shit. Jellyfish, no. corals, you fucking hit the ground, you step on a coral, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Like, nothing in the ocean wants to be bothered, and I'm gonna leave it that way.
I will add to mine. I've never been or seen the ocean. So my fear is coming off of like lakes and creeks and stuff like that.
Yeah, I guess where mine came from is, I'm really exposing myself, but I've almost drowned twice in my lifetime.
Oh my god.
Yeah, one from a pool and then the other from a beach. But I guess it was more scary almost drowning at the beach because it was pretty much surface level, and then at a certain point there was like no ground level. So then I just I almost drowned, and it was like the scariest thing in my life. But besides that, I mean, I get it from numerous video games like Subnautica and Soma, and just any video games that have to do with water. Can I like distract her with the glow stick? Let me see. Yo, go fetch. We dead. No, let's just.
I completely felt that, dude. Like, so you actually just reminded me, when I was 4, my aunt in California, she has an in-ground pool, and we drove down there to spend a few days, and they opened up the pool for the summer. And you know how some pools are like all the same level, and some have like a steep drop,
Yeah.
and it gets like 10, 12 feet deep.
Yep.
Hers was like that, and so my parents were letting me, because I was tall as fuck, they were letting me like kind of bob with my head above the water.
Yeah.
And I'd dip down and I'd touch the ground and I'd shoot back up because it was all level. I slipped off that edge. I didn't know how to swim at the time. And so I remember just seeing water going over my eyes, and like I was flapping so hard trying to get out. And they were all drinking, having a good fucking time. And then somebody looked over and they were like, "Oh fuck, your kid's drowning."
That's insane.
And yeah, they ran over and like scooped me up out of the water. But that, I'm like, maybe that's why I don't like the water that much. I never thought of it that way.
Yeah.
Huh. You just made me have a breakthrough, Flawless. Thank you.
Yeah.
Nah, teach your kids how to swim, all right?
Yes. I
So
will adding to more add. So I was actually just told last weekend that whenever I was 5 months old, I can't even hold my head up at 5 months old, like let alone do this.
Right.
My parents decided, like I love my parents to death, but they were kind of stupid when they were younger, okay?
all young parents are.
They really are. But I was 5 months old, and for 4th of July, I guess it was, they decided to rent a boat and take it out on the lake. Well, this boat was supposed to only hold like 11 people. They had 22 people on this boat.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
And me. No life jacket.
Oh my god.
No life jacket.
No life jacket.
Oh
Do
my
they
goodness.
even make life jackets for 5-month-olds?
They do. A lot of people nowadays, they actually put their kids in swimming classes when they're infants and they start crawling, because naturally they will swim and they will like learn to kick, and they just do it as a precaution, because they'll like, if you train them to, they will instinctually flip on their back or something. And so if you go to a pool or a boat, like, you're talking about, I know you haven't finished your story, but
No,
if
that was
something
basically the end
bad
of it.
happens, they have enough time to get to the kid because the kid is not gonna just be face down fucking sinking.
Gotcha.
Okay.
You should look up some of those videos. They're actually really interesting because you instinctually you're like, oh my god, and you want to jump through the phone and save that baby, but they actually do pretty good.
Okay.
Dang. But it was a different time. It was a different time.
Of
We're not going to
course.
judge them.
Of course.
So did you like fall out the boat or something?
No, dude, I'm surprised. Like, my aunt was holding me in the center. She was sitting in the center of the boat, and she had like monkey gripped around me the entire time. And they said that I was so quiet. I just was enjoying it.
Aw.
Didn't cry once. I'm like,
Oh,
seriously? Do that to me now, and I'm screaming my head off.
Yeah.
well, as a baby, you probably liked the motion, like the rock of the water.
Most likely.
Yeah.
No, I went to Florida last year, and I remember driving, and I just was looking out at the water, and I had to stop myself. I had to pull myself out of having a panic attack because I was like, what if a tsunami came right now?
Yikes.
Like we'd be cooked. And then I was like, the rest of the trip, I was like, oh my god, please, I just want to go home. I just want to be away from the water.
Mm-hmm.
Tsunamis
Yeah,
are
scary.
screwed up, bro.
Yeah, that's fair.
Mhm.
I guess another phobia I don't really have, but I understand because I know a lot of people are scared of spiders.
Oh, arachnophobia.
Yeah, and I know
That's on my list.
I know there was 2 movies last year that had to do with arachnophobia, which is kind of crazy.
For real?
Yeah, I forgot what they're called. Hold on, let me look them up. But I guess I'd look at like spiders in a comical way, just because like if I see a spider, if it's not a black widow, if it's like anything other than a black widow, I'm like, okay, now's my chance to become Spider-Man.
Oh my god.
That's
Oh my
that's
God.
how I look at it, honestly.
That's funny shit.
I
But-
can't.
No,
I can't with spiders.
Is it just like
Yeah,
the look
spiders
of
are really
them,
bad.
or like what is it about them?
I can't tell you honestly. Like, it could just be like the way that they look. There was one day from my dining room to my kitchen, there's like this really short hallway, and that's usually where we put the boys' water. And I was walking through there, just looking straight ahead, and I just so happened to look down as I'm stepping, and there is a spider that's legs and all, probably the size of like one of those coin dollars.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, yeah.
It's pretty big, and I swear I jumped like 10 feet away.
Oh
It
my
was
God.
scary.
Okay.
Uh,
My fault. Okay, so there was a movie in 2023 called Infested, and that had to do with spiders. And then there was a movie in 2024 called Sting, and that had to do with
Okay.
arachnophobia too.
Yeah, I would have a whole breakdown watching a movie like that. Seeing spiders like on the screen, it bothers me.
Mm-hmm.
Just because like I will never go to Australia.
Oh,
no
I've
desire-
seen those. Oh my God.
Literally, I've seen videos like that, and I'm scarred for life. I want no part of it. Y'all can have your cute koala bears and kangaroos. I'm gonna stay on the mainland. It's no, I cannot do it. But some spiders, jumping spiders, I hate. Hate with a passion because they're unpredictable. Everybody's like, "Oh, they're so cute." Like, no, they're not.
even
Okay,
the
right.
like, it has to be the way that they look, because there's those giant spider crabs, and
Yeah.
I can't even look at those either.
I saw this one TikTok. They were like in Australia, and the person recording was like, "Oh, what's all that? Like, why is it misty? Like, why is it foggy here?" And then the friend was like, "No, it's spider season. Like, those are all webs."
Oh,
Mm,
hell to the no.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. That someone mistook fog and mist for spider webs.
Yeah, I'd be
it's
running.
so bad.
Have y'all seen the common house spider in Australia?
No.
I'm looking it up.
It's as big as a toilet paper roll.
Common house spider
Jesus.
in Australia.
That sounds terrifying.
Yeah, and those are common.
Wait, are you talking about the ones that are always like on the walls and shit?
Hold on. I'm gonna.
I always see videos.
Oh my god, just looking at these, I'm like,
It's just a picture, but you can't help it. Yeah.
No, for real.
Yeah, so I guess like Spider-Man as a whole just like ruined, well, not ruined, but I guess saved me from having arachnophobia. And also, another movie that kind of saved me from arachnophobia was Eight-Legged Freak, surprisingly, because that movie is hilarious. So I never like
I've never
saw.
even heard of that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've never heard of it.
Eight-Legged Freaks. That movie is hilarious, and yeah, it pretty much saved me from having arachnophobia. Even though it does have spiders in it, but they're using like a comical. They're using like a comical way.
See, I wish I see that picture that I just posted that I just had to delete from my fucking camera roll, and I want to throw up.
Yeah.
Like, that is normal over there.
I get so afraid of sitting down on a toilet seat. I will lift the toilet seat before sitting down on it just to make sure there's no spiders underneath there.
I do the same thing.
Yikes.
Or like snakes.
Especially like out in public.
I'm 100% there with you, bro. Like, I saw a video of a snake wrapped around the inside of a toilet bowl. Or like they'll come out of the fucking toilet or something, and every time I go to sit down, I have to check.
That was in Snakes on the Plane too.
Was it?
For real?
Yeah.
God, I've never seen it.
Yeah. So I guess the next phobia is what? Snakes? Y'all how y'all feel about
I'm not
snakes?
afraid of snakes.
I don't trust them. They'll size you
I
up.
don't trust them. Yeah. I'm not terribly afraid of them. I don't want to be around them.
Yeah.
But I don't have a phobia. My sister does. She's really bad with it. She has like nightmares of them all the time.
Damn.
Yeah, my one of my best friends has a cousin who owned I think like 2 or 3 snakes. So I guess I don't know. I was never scared of snakes, honestly. But then
I see cute videos of them, like with hats and shit.
Oh,
Yes.
okay, yeah.
And those are cute, but I could never own one. Having to feed them like mice, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I can't do that. I have a weird phobia that you guys might not have ever heard of.
Okay.
If you have, I'm going to be very surprised. Submechanophobia.
No.
What? Yeah.
Okay, so submechanophobia is the fear of submerged man-made objects.
So like submarines and
like
stuff?
the Lost City of Atlantis type shit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, is
Like
that really
statues
man-made
underwater.
though?
Well, yeah. I mean, the Lost City of Atlantis, is that even real? But no, like statues underwater or planes.
Or like
ships.
submarines?
Submarines, I guess I've never really had an issue with submarines, I think. But like shipwrecks and sea mines and statues, animatronics, like people, there is one that really freaked me out. It's the one of is it Jesus underwater?
Jesus, that sounds
Look it
crazy.
up.
Huh?
There's oh my god, hold on. But yeah, that's one of mine. Actually, Jerry, my husband follows also has that phobia.
He follows that phobia, you know.
Well,
Yeah,
if you, I mean, I'm not
on
saying,
TikTok.
because you have that phobia, stay away from the newest Mission Impossible movie, because there is a whole entire like 30-minute segment of like Tom Cruise in a submarine deep, deep, deep in the ocean. So yeah, just fair warning.
Lovely.
Just fair warning.
I'm trying to pull up a freaking picture of something that it's a mechanophobia. But yeah, not a lot of people that I've talked to has even heard of that. I'm like, what? That seems so common to me.
Yeah, how did that like occur or play out?
I wish I could tell you. I think maybe Titanic.
I was gonna say that, like, okay, so like if you go underwater and see Titanic, like, is that like the phobia? But yeah, no, that makes sense.
I would die. Here's the Jesus one. I don't like barnacles. I don't like that. It's
Interesting.
so stupid. It's such
Is
a
it like
stupid
the
thing.
circles on them?
Oh no. I don't have I'm not what phobia
It's
is
like
that?
tryptophobic or something.
Say it one more time.
It's like I want to say it's like trypophobia or something like that.
Tryptophobia. Yeah, I don't have that. I'm not that doesn't bother me. It's gross, but like it doesn't bother me.
Trypophobia, that's what it is.
Okay.
Like these things freak me out. It doesn't make sense. Please tell me, like that I'm goofy for having that kind of phobia. But
Like I said. Okay.
I get it a little bit.
I wish it could be explained.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Yeah, that's crazy. Like I said, I've never heard of it. I kind of wish I knew like how it came about. I mean, like you said, Titanic, but yeah, it's kind of like a unique one for sure.
It is very weird. Like the things that I'm afraid of, I don't have. Maybe it's kind of like my brain stored it way far away from like my memories, so I wouldn't remember why I'm afraid of it. Kind of like what is that? Trauma, I guess.
Yeah, no, I can see that.
I was just looking up some like a list of phobias to see if like something rang a bell.
Yeah.
So heights is obviously a big one.
I was
For
just
me,
gonna
I've
ask
always justified being afraid of heights because I'm so tall. I'm like, yeah, it's gonna take me a lot longer to hit the floor.
I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so that stresses me out. But agoraphobia, where you're scared to be somewhere that it's like hard, there's not a lot of exits.
Interesting.
Yeah. No. Sorry. Agoraphobia is fear of open spaces or crowds.
Where I'm reading right now, it says agoraphobia. This phobia involves irrational and extreme fear of being in places where escape is difficult.
So
it may
like,
involve a fear of crowded places or even leaving one's home.
Okay, so it's just like kind of the same, all in one. Okay.
Yeah.
interesting.
I understand it to a degree because anytime I am somewhere, I mentally make like it's just a habit. I'm like, okay, I can get out there, I can get out here, I can get out here. But if it's like
a maze.
You go into or an auditorium at school and there's hundreds of people in there, but there's only 2 doors.
Mm-hmm.
That stresses me out. Like I get
see.
a little anxious, antsy, like, okay, I'd like to leave.
Okay.
Especially with, I hate to bring it up, but like public shootings becoming like more of a thing, that's always in the back of my head. Or I'll like look around and I'll kind of like scan people, and if I'm like, oh, okay, like they look a little out of place, or something, like I just subconsciously, I guess, keep an eye in that direction.
Yeah, definitely more aware.
Yeah.
And to add on to it, it's also hard as a woman just going out anywhere.
Yeah.
And just being afraid of like what, especially by yourself. Like I don't go anywhere by myself.
Yeah, that's fair.
What's that phobia?
I think it's just called being a woman. I'll go places by myself, but I do feel uncomfortable. I do, keep my head on a swivel. I don't know if it's part of my OCD or just my anxiety, but I have strong paranoia just of like everything. I always think that if like I walk past and people are laughing, I'm like, oh, they're laughing at me.
Yes.
Or if I go down an aisle and somebody walks down that aisle and they're like getting close to me, I'm like, oh fuck, I gotta go. Even if I didn't get what I needed on that aisle, I'm like, I need to get to the next aisle. Or if I'm driving home and somebody's taking all the same turns as me, I start freaking out. Or if I'm behind them and I'm going the same way, I'm sitting there like, oh my god, please don't think I'm following you, please. Like, this is just how I go home.
Yeah, no, all of those are definitely understandable.
Yeah, it's just, and that's, I don't know, I think that's just part of being like a human in today's society. Because people get so angry. Like, if somebody thinks you're following them, they could have road rage. They could stop the car, get out, pull out whatever, and attack you.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, there's a fear of ugliness. That's funny shit.
Yeah, no, you're definitely completely right.
Yeah, I don't know. Sorry, my ADHD is going crazy, but that is definitely, yeah.
Okay.
There's some weird ones on here. Like I'm not saying like people's fears are weird, but some of them are just like the descriptions. Like there's one on here that's the fear of teenagers.
That's accurate.
Crazy.
Yeah. No, I get it, bro. Teenagers are crazy.
I really resonate with that song, Teenagers Scare the Living Shit Out of Me, because they do.
Yeah, they're nuts.
And I'm not even going to try to pronounce the name of it because I'm going to butcher it. But yeah, fear of teenagers. There's one that's fear of being without your cell phone.
I see fear of clocks.
Fear of blocks?
Fear of clocks.
Oh, clocks.
How can you be afraid of a clock?
There is a short film I saw like a while back. I have to find it, but there is a short film on YouTube where this chick, she had a phobia of balloons.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah, it was good. I'll probably put it for reference on the podcast, but yeah, and yeah.
That sucks.
Some of these are absolutely wild. I will say I have a horrible fear. This is always in the back of my head of being a bad person and not realizing.
Interesting.
Like, this is definitely where OCD comes in. This is actually how I was diagnosed. Because I told my doctor about this and they were like, oh, bitch, you're nuts. Like, you need to be medicated. But I'm always so scared of, I'm like, okay, what if what I just said was taken wrong? Like, stuff like that. But also, I'm like, what if I'm a serial killer and I just don't remember?
Jesus, that's
No, seriously, I'm like, what if I do like crazy shit and I just black out and I don't remember? and then I start working myself up because it's like I would never want to hurt anybody. I would never like I think, like I would never do anything like that. But it's like, but what if you did?
Mm.
And that's where my obsessive compulsive disorder comes in, because a thought like that, like an intrusive thought, will pop into my head like, oh, you could drive into that tree right now, you know?
Yeah.
And then I'll sit there and I'll be like, I will literally work myself up to the point of almost throwing up, sobbing, where I'm like, but I don't want to. Why would I do that?
Mm.
Yeah, why is that even a thought that is occurring in your brain?
Exactly, dude. It's always some shit like that. And maybe it's fear of my own thoughts. I don't know. But
That is terrifying.
yeah, I'm on medication now that helps me, like, not be that way.
Yeah.
But it gets bad sometimes.
Well, I guess going back to the fear of heights. Have y'all ever seen the movie Fall?
I'm not.
I don't think so.
Yeah, it came out. Let me see. When did this come out? 2022, and it was pretty solid. Like, I definitely have a fear of heights.
Oh, I've seen clips of it.
Yeah, that's a good movie, but I definitely have a fear of heights just because I don't know where it stems from, but I definitely have a fear of heights. But yeah, this movie's good. Pretty much, it's two women that go up to an abandoned radio tower just for like fun and the adrenaline or whatever. And oh no, my fault. At the beginning of the movie, well, actually, I don't want to spoil nothing, but no, it's a good movie and it'll definitely rattle your fear of heights.
Oh, yeah, I've seen clips of this.
Yeah, it's definitely good.
Yeah, there's that one clip that I always see where she's sitting there talking to the other girl, and then the other girl's like, I'm not here. I fell. And she
Yeah,
looks over and like she looks down and her dead body's just laying down there. Like, no, thank you.
yeah, it was
Oh,
definitely the twist of the movie.
I did not see that clip. That's fucking nuts.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's
just
the
don't
only clip I ever see.
I don't understand why anybody would look up there and be like, "Man, I want to get up there."
well, okay,
Mhm.
I guess I can. Well, I guess since like the twist is out, I spoilers ahead.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. Spoilers ahead. But pretty much how the movie starts off is the brunette had a boyfriend, and pretty much they like to do like rock climbing, like IRL. They like to do rock climbing, and pretty much the boyfriend ends up dying in the very beginning of the movie. So the two girls are like best friends or whatever. And then the brunette ends up like quitting rock climbing and I guess base climbing. That's a thing, right?
Yeah.
She quits that for like a year, so the blonde pretty much motivates her to do it again. So they go to this abandoned radio tower, and it's like 2,000 feet in the air. And then pretty much, yeah, they're just like climbing for hours, and as they're climbing like the ladder that they're climbing on, the bottom of it breaks, so they're pretty much the only way is up, like there's no going back down. So they pretty much stay out there for like I think like a couple days, honestly. And then the blonde has an idea to pretty much like radio for help, but she ends up like dying or whatever. But because of like heat exhaustion, the
Oh
brunette,
gosh.
yeah, the brunette believes she's like still talking to her blonde friend for like the next couple of days. But no, the blonde friend is like pretty much dead for like the past 2 days or whatever.
She like fell off.
Yeah, she fell off.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's terrifying, but it's a good movie.
I'll have to watch that. That is nuts.
Yeah, and then I guess like a
Dude.
really big phobia too. I know a lot of people have is Oh, what is it called? Why can't I think of it? It's a fear of tight spaces.
Claustrophobia.
Yes, thank you.
Claustrophobia.
Is it claustrophobia? Yeah. So for
I get that.
me, I don't have claustrophobia, but in a in a scenario where I'm in a cave, I'm not really scared of the tight space. I'm just scared of like, I don't know, something happening and then everything crushing me. You know what I mean? So like if an
Yeah.
earthquake happens and like the top of the cave like comes collapsing down, that's more of like what I'm scared of. But like tight spaces, I'm not really scared of tight spaces.
Tight spaces scare the shit out of me. And I really do think it has to do with the fact that I am big. And it makes me like, there's immediate panic that sets in. It's like, okay, I'm gonna get stuck because I'm big. You know, like I see videos of people doing that extreme caving.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
And it's like to the point where I'm like, I don't know if I can breathe because I'm like, how do you do that?
Right.
No, I cannot. Or like if you see people like walking through trails and stuff and the rocks are super close and you have to like kind of, suck in your stomach to fit through it.
Yeah.
I could never do that because I'm like, okay, well, one, I'm gonna get stuck. Two, what if like right as the moment I walk through there's a small earthquake and they crush me?
Yeah.
Crushes you or makes you stuck in there, like it just closes.
Yeah, like some 127 hours type
I was
shit.
just gonna say that. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Like no.
That is terrifying though. And I guess the other big one, yeah, I mean, I don't have a fear of it, but clowns. How do y'all feel about
I'm fine
clowns?
with clowns.
I'm fine with clowns to an extent.
Yo, hold on.
They don't.
That was very high pitched. Like you are scared,
Yes,
but you don't want to admit it.
I mean, I don't see the appeal where people are like, oh, clowns are funny. Like, they're not funny. They weird me out because I'm like, that's just weird to do.
Yeah.
But if a clown was coming at me, I wouldn't like freeze. I'd beat the shit out of it, you know? Like,
yeah.
I don't know. Clowns weird me out. I'm not afraid of them.
Well, I guess on the same topic, what year was that? When we had the clown epidemic. The clown epidemic, yes.
The year
2015?
that it came out. Yeah, like 2015 or 2016.
Yeah, that was pretty insane.
I'm not Googling.
I'll admit that was pretty insane.
2017?
Oh, that was kind of recent then.
Dude, why don't
2017 was 8 years ago.
Yeah.
That doesn't seem that long ago though.
Yeah, exactly. I thought it was further back.
All right, so 2017 is when it happened.
Yeah, that whole clown epidemic was kind of insane, but yeah, I'm kind of with Kylie on this one where it's like they're just human. So it's all like if a clown rolled up on me, no, we're fighting.
Unless it's that fucking clown from Hell House, bruh.
Oh,
then I'm done.
or Pennywise.
For real, bro. I'm keeping a fucking strap full of holy water on me.
I actually really like Pennywise, like weirdly enough.
So this isn't sponsored, but have you seen the trailer for the Pennywise origin story?
No.
Yeah, there's a trailer right now on Max. It's called Welcome to Derry.
Ooh.
And then just a little bit of, like I said, not sponsored. Another bit of a promotion is
Wait, it's a TV series?
Yeah, it's a TV series. But we have a lot of escape rooms here in Vegas, and there is a escape room specifically, which I do want to try, and I could make some content out of it. But yeah.
Yes.
So B, if you ever come down to Vegas, yeah, let's go hit up the escape room.
I want to go to Vegas in the winter.
So bad.
Yeah.
I think they're just so much fun. I see videos of people trying to do it, and I just know that I would kick ass in an escape zone.
Yeah.
Also, I'm very excited that they're keeping Bill Skarsgård as Pennywise, even in this show.
Yes.
I loved him as Pennywise.
It was good.
I mean, people are gonna come for me for this, but I think he was better than
Tim Curry.
Shoot. Yes, Tim Curry.
Yeah, and then for me, I think the first half of the story with the kids is definitely a lot better than the adults.
Yes.
Just because I mean they're kids, so obviously they're gonna be scared of clowns. But I mean, when they realize that Pennywise is an alien, like, yeah, that's just terrifying, and it's just, I don't know. It hits better, definitely, and especially the first movie of the remake. Oh my god, that movie is so good. Yes.
Oh my god! No, wait, was it part 2?
I didn't like.
Which one was it where it starts off as they're at a carnival? Is that the first part?
That's the second part. The first part is when it's Georgie and his brother, and then Georgie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the whole famous scene. But
yeah.
The first part of it is amazing. I'm not a big fan of the second part. Yeah. But no, I definitely agree.
Agreed.
I think Bill Skarsgård's Pennywise is next level creepy.
Yeah, like Tim Curry's was good. It was good for its time, but Bill Skarsgård is amazing.
Yeah.
And I just like saying his name.
Yeah, he definitely has like a unique
a
unique last name for sure.
Well, I mean, there was one more, and I actually have a reason for it. It's the phobia is Lilipsophobia. Butchering some names here. It's a fear of tornadoes or hurricanes, which I'm gonna say like it just recently came on.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's kind of crazy. You should move.
I should move, dude. We've never had tornadoes in my life, even close to where I live, and I've lived here my entire life. So, like, something's going on with the earth, and we need to apologize.
Yeah, no, definitely. But yeah, no, I was gonna say we could get it. Ooh, excuse me. We could get into like the movie section of phobias, because I think you said you had a movie. B.
Oh, it was just like the Titanic. Like Titanic was the thalassophobia and the mechanophobia. It's like a mixture of the two.
Yeah. Okay.
And but yeah, we can definitely get into that. I can probably find. There's definitely a couple other ones that kind of resonate with the.
I have an annoying fear. It's what's it called? I am so scared of climate change and how nobody takes it seriously.
Yeah, not only that, but there's people who don't even like believe in it. It's like I'm in Vegas and we were hitting record. We were hitting record high temperatures in April. Like, we were hitting 100 pluses in April. Like,
no, for real, it's crazy.
That should never be a thing.
Yeah, you see the stuff of like the ice caps melting, and did y'all see the glacier in Sweden?
Oh yeah.
That like just wiped out a whole village.
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
Scientists were able to recognize that it was about to happen, and they evacuated almost everybody out of the city, and they even airlifted the cows out.
Oh,
Yeah, that was like a feel-good part of it, but
Yeah.
that entire village is destroyed, covered under hundreds of feet of rock
Yeah, and then
and ice
even
and all that.
B just admitted that she's lived there her whole life and there hasn't been any tornadoes. Yeah, definitely something is going on. Like, if you don't believe in climate change, I don't know, bro. Like,
yeah.
I definitely believe in it.
And to piggyback off of what you said, Flawless, with the record highs and stuff, dude, it's June. It's literally like 2 days before June, and it's still. I still have to wear a jacket or a coat or a hoodie to go outside.
That's crazy.
For real?
Yeah, normally it's pretty. It's swimming weather. It's supposed to be, but it's still cold.
Yeah, I even have friends in like the UK and Canada, and they're like, we're hitting temperatures that we've never experienced before. And the UK doesn't have air conditioning, so they're just like, we're getting like hot over here, and we're not used to it. Like, we have nothing to pretty much combat it. Like, we don't have air conditioning, so we just have to deal with the heat that we're not used to. So it's like, something's going on, honestly.
And then wasn't it like last year, or maybe it was 2 years ago, in the UK, their freaking roads were melting?
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah.
Well, that shit happens in like Arizona.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Which Arizona should be like just used to that at least, but for the UK to be having those issues is very weird.
Yeah, and then like, when was the last time you heard of like hurricanes in North Carolina?
Yeah, like we got the after effects of the hurricane in Tennessee.
Yeah,
It's still, you have to take like alternate routes to get to North Carolina now, some parts of it, and it's like a 6-7 hour drive when it should only be like 3.
Yeah, because I mean, it happening in Florida, like obviously Florida is used to it, but North Carolina and where you are too, Kylie, like that's,
yeah, it is
conspiracy theory.
insane.
Just saying.
No, that stuff, it makes me sick. Sorry, that was like random, but
no, it was definitely on topic. It was definitely on topic.
It definitely needs to be talked about.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'll think of it and then it's just like, it's a paralyzing fear because it's like, I cannot do anything about it. We can try and we can make an effort, but literally one person doing it will not change anything.
Yeah.
And they're supposed to say that, they are saying that the hurricanes are supposed to be worse this year.
Oh, that's crazy.
Than they were last year.
Yeah, because we're coming up on hurricane season.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually crazy. Well, I was just gonna like run down through the Final Destination as like a last minute thing.
I'm gonna like look it up and look up some stuff.
Okay.
Has it came out yet, the new one?
Yeah. And people were saying it was the best one. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's like Bloodlines or whatever.
Yeah. I haven't seen it. I kind of want to, but yeah.
I want to for sure.
I'll probably sadly just wait for
seen
digital.
The first one.
Okay. So on to the movie segment. I'm going to be talking about a series that pretty much ruined an entire generation of phobias, or I guess 4 phobias, which is the Final Destination series. If you guys have seen it, then you know. If you know, you know. If you guys haven't seen it, spoilers ahead. So in the first movie, airplanes. How do you guys feel? I mean, I guess it's going back to the topic of like heights, but like, how do you guys feel about airplanes?
I've been riding on airplanes since I was a kid. They don't really bother me that much.
Okay.
I will not look out the window very often.
Okay.
I've never been on a plane, and Jerry, why do I keep saying his name? The husband wants to take a trip to Japan sometime. Yeah. And I'm like, you really want that to be our first airplane trip? Like, can we just go somewhere really close so that it's like a 2-hour ride, not a freaking overnight ride?
Yeah. So, yeah, so I've never been on a plane until recently because we went to Hawaii, and I think I ended up taking like a total of probably 6 planes. I thought it was going to be a lot scarier than it actually was, but it wasn't that bad, honestly, except like turbulence and all that. But other than that, yeah, not too bad.
Turbulence can get a little scary, but with all the shit that happened recently with planes crashing,
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
yeah, I haven't really had a desire to go travel anywhere.
That's kind of fair. Yeah, I don't blame you. So I guess that was like the biggest phobia of Final Destination 1. Like that was like the main
That
theme.
was the first death, yeah.
Yeah, that was like the main theme of the first one. Now everyone's favorite Final Destination is 2 because I feel like everyone can relate to this, and it's just fear of like pretty much the freeway.
Oh yeah, because the logs.
Yeah, so
Yeah, I've heard
pretty
about
much the premonition of Final Destination 2 was there was a log truck, and it pretty much created havoc for everyone following the log truck, which was like 20 to 30 car pile up. And yeah, so what is your guys' take on that? Like, how do you guys feel about freeways?
I don't have a problem with freeways. I do have a problem with the log trucks. My uncle actually died from a log truck.
Oh dang.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he was so I think the log truck, no, it's fine. The log truck was either going around him or he was going around the log truck, and it was one of those ones that don't have like, they just have the chains and stuff holding them together.
Yeah, that's how it was in the movie.
The chains broke loose and it crushed his truck. Like, you couldn't even tell who it was. The only way they were able to tell who he was like by his ID. Like, the truck was like a pancake.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That's actually
so
sad.
I have big problems with the log trucks, but freeways, no, I'm fine. Like, I can drive them all day.
I mean,
I don't like driving next to people.
Okay.
If I have a car like me, I get stressed out because people do just merge over and they don't pay attention.
Yeah, no blinker, no nothing.
Yeah, or they'll get on their phone.
Yeah, that's the worst.
It definitely, I get a little nervous, but it was a lot worse when I was younger.
Okay. So, third movie, getting into Final Destination 3. I guess I'm not really spoiling it heavy for people who still want to watch it. I'm just going based off of like, I guess the number one phobia in these movies. So the third movie is roller coasters. How do y'all feel?
I love roller coasters. I don't have any issues with them. The one that I definitely did have an issue with was the I don't know if this is just a Six Flags exclusive ride, but the Superman, it just has like the big drop, like it goes so many 100 feet up in the air and then it just drops you.
Yeah.
But the only reason why I have issues with that is because of all of the things that have happened surrounding that type of ride.
Oh yeah.
Like someone got their leg cut off.
Oh my god.
By the ride. And I think someone actually fell out of it.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Have you guys not heard that?
I mean, I've heard of accidents, but not like for real deaths.
Superman.
Holy.
Yeah, I don't like roller coasters. I will, if it's like a little one, I'll get on it, but if it's got a bunch of spins and shit, absolutely not. My glasses will fly off. It's like, it's just not it.
Oh, I'm sorry for laughing. Oh my god.
That's horrible.
It was at Six Flags Kentucky Kingdom in 2007. A girl's feet were severed and she was severely injured.
That's
I'd say
crazy.
so if her fucking feet were severed.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, fuck
Jesus
no.
Christ.
The death was in 2004. He was thrown from the ride during the last turn.
Oh
The ride
my.
attendant. See, the ride attendant failed to properly check and secure his seat restraint.
Nah, fam. I'm good. I am good.
Yeah, the Superman at the Six Flags here in St. Louis, they just shut it down. Like they tore it down altogether.
Jesus.
Oh my gosh.
So for me, I used to be fine with roller coasters until I saw Final Destination 3. And honestly, I have never been on a roller coaster since I've seen Final Destination 3, and I still refuse to go on roller coasters because of Final Destination 3. And then again, I do live in Vegas, and we have the Stratosphere. And I guess another reason why I will not go on roller coasters is because there's three. Well, okay. I think there's 3, 4, maybe 5 roller coasters on the Stratosphere. And there's one that shoots you up and then drops you back down. There's one that like swings you around the Stratosphere. But the one that I saw news on, I think this was like years ago, but there's one that shoots you off of Stratosphere. But I guess like, it keeps you latched on, but it shoots you off of Stratosphere, but it keeps you latched on. And I remember there was people on that specific ride and it shot off and then got stuck. And they were there for like, I think like 2 days straight or whatever. Like it's on the news. Well, it was on the news, but yeah, no, that's terrifying.
Wait. Oh my god, I know what you're talking about. Oh my god, hold on. You kept saying Stratosphere. I'm like, what is that? I've heard of that.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like a replica of the Space Needle in Seattle, Washington.
Oh, I've been in the
Yes.
Space Needle. That thing's sick.
Yeah, but pretty much, yeah, the roller coaster shot off and it pretty much like literally just got stuck. Like it jammed and they had to like get like helicopters, and it was like a whole segment on the news. It was kind of crazy. Like the
Fuck all
people
that.
couldn't leave or nothing. Like the only thing that they could see was like literally like below them or like in front of them. Yeah.
No, thank you.
So Final Destination 4, which in my opinion, just a little shade, is the worst one in my opinion. Because I feel like no one, well, okay, I feel like a lot of people can relate to the specific phobia, but I feel like most won't. And that's the fear of like going to the NASCAR. Like, how do y'all feel about that?
The tire blows off and like hits the audience.
Yeah,
Is that what happens?
I've never been to NASCAR, so I guess I don't really have that phobia. So I don't know.
I don't think I would ever go to NASCAR, and I've never been there. It's not something that. It's like I don't go to like baseball games and stuff. I don't have any interest in sports like that, so that's nothing that I would be afraid of.
Yeah. You, Kylie?
I've been to racing events and stuff. I'm never worried about that. I do get worried like that something will go wrong and there'll be a wreck.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty much, yeah. That's pretty much like what the phobia is.
Yeah, mainly though, I don't know, it's so loud. I get overstimulated so easily that stuff like that I just can't do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Sorry, I'm all distracted. I'm looking at laptops.
Yeah, no, you're good. And then number 5 is the fear of bridges.
That's the new one?
Nah, that was the one before the new one.
Okay.
So how do y'all feel about bridges?
I don't like them.
I don't again, I don't have a problem with them. Of course they're scary if you really think about like what could go wrong. And of course there's been the ones that have fallen and boats have ran into them.
Yeah.
Oh, we're talking like those bridges.
Yeah, what type of bridges you thought I was talking about?
I'm thinking of like them rickety ass fucking swaying wood
Oh,
bridges.
no. Like the real, real deal bridges.
Oh, no, real deal bridges, I'm not really stressed about. I know they can fail sometimes, but like, I don't know, I just don't think about it like that.
Yeah, for me, I'm not really scared of bridges just because, I mean, there's water underneath you, so obviously you're not gonna, I don't know, die or break something. I mean, obviously, you know, the higher up going into water, it feels like concrete. But at the same time, like, I don't know, I feel like something is gonna catch your fall. So I'm not really that scared of bridges.
And that's where thalassophobia comes back into play.
Okay, true. No, you got me there. That is true. That is true. And then I guess to run down some, like quick phobias that they had in Final Destination movies is I know there was like a phobia, or I guess like a death of like laser eye surgery. I guess that's kind of like a phobia.
No.
I'm sorry.
Anything going near or in my eye, bro, I will fucking scissor kick a bitch. Hell no.
Yeah, there was
got his LASIK done, and it was terrifying.
Yeah, there was a death in I think it was Final Destination 4, where pretty much this chick wanted to get laser eye surgery, and like the laser went off track and started like cutting up her hands and all types of stuff, and it was just it's terrifying.
That doesn't bother me. I don't worry about that. I worry about the fact that there's a laser going in my eyeball.
Yeah.
That's what stresses me out. But I don't know. I just literally the thought of like having to look up as this thing is no. I'm gonna no. Sorry. That's
And then like I guess like another quick one is I mean I don't need to, I'm already black, but a fear of tanning beds. How did you know me?
Yes. Because of what you said. But yeah, tanning beds are a no-go for me. Like, they tell you, do not bring any liquids in there.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why.
Yeah, true. Very, very true.
Wait, I'm confused. Because of what?
Liquids.
Yeah, what is that? I don't know anything about tanning beds.
There was two girls, and I think they were like sisters or best friends, and they both had like ices. The only reason why I remember this is like it's like one of the funniest. I sound terrible saying this, but it's one of the funniest deaths in Final Destination movies. And I was talking to Gabby about this too, and she was rolling and laughing and all that. But pretty much it was like these two women, and they had ices, and they brought it in the tanning salon, and then they got in the tanning bed, and pretty much they were locked into the tanning beds, and then the temperature started to skyrocket, so they were legitimately cooking in the tanning beds. But what made it funny is like it showed them cooking in the tanning beds, and then it transitioned them into their coffins. Like it's the funniest thing ever. But yeah, tanning beds, yeah, that's definitely a phobia for some people for sure.
Would have been funny if they transitioned it to hot dogs on a rolling pin.
Oh my
A rolling
god.
pin?
Yeah, I
A
know.
rolling
The
grill.
roll cookers.
Yeah.
That would have been hilarious.
The parody version of the freaking movies.
Yeah. I can't really think of any other phobia deaths in Final Destination. And I haven't seen the newest one, so I couldn't tell y'all. But yeah.
The newest? Yeah. No, I'm excited. I need to watch all of them and then the newest one. But I gotta watch a whole movie series, but they look like good movies.
Yeah, they're definitely fun. I think I think they're more fun to me than like the Saw movies, because obviously, like, Saw movies and Final Destination movies and, like Hostel, like, they pretty much created a new genre called, like, gore porn or whatever. And they were all competing about, like, who has, like, the most creative death or whatever. I feel like, I mean, Final Destination isn't the most creative death, but I just feel like they're, like, I don't know, they're fun movies, overall.
All right, well, this was a great episode, y'all. My name is Kylie. You can find my socials on the link below.
And I'm B, and also my links will be in the link tree below. And let us know if you guys relate to our phobias.
Yeah, or if you all have
Your
some
phobias in the...
Yeah, like if you have phobias that we don't know about, or that weren't mentioned today, that you think are weird or that you suffer from personally, comment below and let us know.
And I'm FlawlessMistake. Thank you for watching this week's episode of the No Budget Randomonium podcast. If you enjoyed, make sure to give it a like. If you want to see more, make sure you subscribe. And until next time, stay spooky, my friends.